Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jenny here, the Uncrafty Crafter. So today I am participating in the Christmas premiere. That is pretty cool. This is the first time I've done this, and it's something that Pippa Brown has put together. So can everybody give Miss Pippa a hand? I mean, yay, good job, Pippa. You're awesome. So she put this together, and I wanted to participate, so I'm glad that she allowed me the opportunity to do so. And this whip and chat is going to be a little bit different than the typical whip and chat, so you're going to see a few different things here, okay? First of all, well, you're going to see a lot of different things here. So, first of all, welcome to the channel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for coming back. To all the folks that have subscribed and continue to be here video after video after video, thank you so much. This whip that I'm currently working on is a Crystal Canvas Art Designs, and it's the red truck with the Christmas tree in the back and the horse farm. Super pretty picture. I'm working on this one. Won't be long before I have it done. But anyway, before we get into working on this particular canvas, I have some fun things to share with you. First of all, the very first thing I want to share is a little challenge that Pippa has challenged all of the YouTube creators who are participating in the Christmas premiere. She challenged us to do the Chubby Bunny challenge. I had never heard of this before, but I was like, okay, sure, I'll do that. But I didn't want to do it by myself, and my family wouldn't do it with me. They're no fun. So Abigail, Marie, and I decided to do this together. So Abigail has recorded me and her previously doing the Chubby Bunny challenge, and I'm going to insert that here. And then after the Chubby Bunny challenge is finished, I'm going to show you a couple other things, okay? So I apologize in advance if this seems like a super chopped up video. There was just a lot of things I wanted to show you and had to, you know, kind of put the pieces of the videos together. So anyway, the first thing you're going to see is the Chubby Bunny challenge with Abigail and I. And then after that is over, I'm going to show you a clip of my Christmas tree and tell you about some of the ornaments that are on my tree. That are special to me. And then lastly, well, next to lastly, we're going to bake some cookies, okay? Do you want to bake some cookies? Let's bake some cookies. These are, the cookies that I'm going to bake in this video is called Peanut Butter Blossoms. They're yummy. They're delicious. They're fun to make. They're fun to eat. So, yeah. So, that's going to be in the video. And then lastly, after the cookies are done and I've stuffed my face full of cookies, then I will finish up and we'll work on this canvas to end out the video. So go ahead and get yourself comfy. This is Christmas night, late, around 11 o'clock. When you're watching this, 11 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So, yeah, hopefully your day is done. You've gotten everything taken care of. You can chill out, relax on the couch or in the bed or in your favorite chair and, or sit at your desk and diamond paint with me. So, anyway, Merry Christmas to everyone. First and foremost, I would want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I hope that you had a fantastic, fabulous, blessed time with your family. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. And I hope you enjoy this video or this several videos put into one big video. Thanks, guys.
Okay, so this is our second attempt at the Chubby Bunny Challenge. So instead of relying on screen record, now I have a camera which you can't see off camera, but it's super sly and Yeah, so we're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna go first again.
Okay, wait. This is for the Christmas premiere.
Yes.
Chubby Bunny Challenge.
And I have a plate this time.
Busted.
Yes. Okay, so I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready when you are. You want to announce who you are first? Abigail Marie. Just in case nobody knows. I'm Crafty Crafter. Go.
Ready? Chubby Bunny.
Again. We just done this one. Okay, ready, go. Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
Wait a minute. It's Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
You always go. In your little top knot flute. Ready? Chubby Bunny. That was number 3. I think I wanted to go 4.
No.
Where'd you go? You have to come back. Oh, and my battery is dying. We gotta hurry. Chubby Bunny. Can you get it?
No more. I'm done. I got 3. Again. Why do people keep calling me?
I did 4 that time.
Okay.
I don't see how.
Okay. I did 3 only. Alright. Thank you for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, so here is my Christmas tree from the top down to the bottom. I can't back up far enough to get like a full picture or video, but I'll show you. Sorry for my squeaky floor. Here's my stockings hung by the chimney with care. The 2 red ones on each side are mine and Dale's. The one in the middle is Eli's. We have to get Jolie a new one because the dog chewed up her first one. Yay, Poppy. But here are some ornaments that mean a lot to me. This one, it's all, look at the dust and dirtiness on it, but it's got my name on it. And this was from the 4th grade. In Mrs. Fox's class, yes. Here's one that Eli has made from school, a little snowman. Let me see. This one I made a long time ago. It was actually just a little pillow and the top part of it got torn off, but I made it to look all old and raggedy, you know. So now I just kind of shove it in there wherever it'll go. And then there's one of Eli and Santa when he was a baby. I can move these out of the way. He's looking at Santa like, who are you? This ornament here, my mom made by hand. We've always been big into like primitive and farmhouse decor, and so she made that ornament. The little tag on it says Star of Bethlehem. Here's another one my mom made, the little button ball ornament. She made that one. Let me see. Here's one Eli made. It's supposed to be Rudolph. Here's another one that he made. It's supposed to be Rudolph too. And on the back of it, he wrote his name. That's supposed to be an E-L-I. His E was rather difficult. Trying to look and see if there are any more that he's made quite a bit of them. This one here is the very first ornament from Hallmark that my husband and I got. Our very first Christmas together, mine and his, which is 20 some years old now. And then this one is one that I bought Dale for his first Christmas after we had Eli. Isn't that cute? Yeah, trying to see if there's any more, and I don't really see any worth mentioning. Eli made that little snowflake there. I love this tree because it looks like it's got snow all over it. I can't remember what that's called, but I love my tree. And then these are the stockings. This one I bought a long, long time ago for Eli when he was a baby, and my mom just stitched his name on it right there. E-L-I. So he's had that for a really long time. Okay, so that was just a little quick view of my tree. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you. Okay, guys, this is the part where we're gonna make the cookies that I always make every year for Christmas, okay? Bear with me, this is different setup than I usually use, because, oh, that made it too dark. So anyway, this is a different setup than I usually use because I'm in the kitchen and not sitting down diamond painting. So bear with me, okay? Okay, so the cookies are called Peanut Butter Blossoms. They are my family's favorite cookies. And I'm gonna make them here. I thought that it would be super fun, okay? So the first thing that we do is just pour in the dry ingredients, which is some flour, baking soda, salt, oops. And then we dump in some sugar and brown sugar in the bowl. And then we put in our, let me see, shortening and peanut butter into here. All kerbobbled together. Yes, I use Cool Whip bowls as my, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right? Okay. And then we add in 1 egg. Try not to get any shell in there. Let me rinse my hand. Okay. And then, last but not least, is a couple tablespoons of mulacula. Oops. Sorry, trying to do this with the camera in my face. I'm not used to that, you know? I'm not Martha Stewart or Julia Childs. Okay, so we have all of the dry ingredients and the sugar, the shortening, the peanut butter, egg, and the milk. And then also the recipe does call for a little bit of vanilla, but guess what? I'm out. So I have to add that to my shopping list before I make more cookies and peanut butter balls and all of the stuffs. So after you get all of your ingredients in, the bowl, you just mix it. So let me get this on here. This is tricky. Okay. So I'm just going to mix it on low until it forms a dough. Okay. If this is too loud, I apologize, and I will maybe speed through this part. Just gonna check it real quick. Oh, yummy. Yeah, there's some that needs to be, the sides need to be scooped or scraped. So let me do that. Make a mess. Let me just scrape the sides real good. Make a mess, make a mess, make a mess. Make a mess. Get what's there on the bottom, here on top, so that it's a little more uniform. Okay, back we go. Let's see how it is now. I think it's perfect. So I'm gonna scrape all the yummy goody dough off this mixer bar here. Poppy smells peanut butter. She's coming quickly to the kitchen. Now, we pull this out. Yes, the dough looks perfect. Let's look at it real quick. Oh, yum. Yummy dough. Okay, now I'm going to, next we're going to roll these into balls. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. So the next thing we're going to do is I use a scoop. You can use your hand if you want to, but I use one of these nifty little cookie scooper things and just scoop out some dough till it's about, even. A little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, and then I just roll it into a ball, okay? And then I lay them down on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. You don't have to use parchment paper, but sometimes I like to. And then I just keep going until I get all of them rolled. And then after that, before we bake them, we do something a little extra to them. So I will show you that here in a few minutes once I get all of these rolled. And I'll probably speed this little process up a little bit if it gets a little too cumbersome. But like I said before, I make these every single year, and I have for a long time, but I found the recipe from a girlfriend of mine. We became friends because we both have websites for bloggers. And so she is also a fellow diamond painter, which is cool. And if I'm not mistaken, she actually has her own, she has a website that you can buy some different like crafty things for kids. I think she has free printables for kids and stuff. But I will be sure to link that. But she also has sold, I don't know if she still currently is, but she was selling some diamond paintings. So I'll have to take a look and see if she's still currently doing that. But if you decide to make this cookie recipe for your family, then I'm going to leave the link to her website, to her cookie recipe for this in the description box below. So you can click on that and it'll take you straight to her website where you can get the recipe and make these for yourself. So they're super yum. She shared the recipe a few years ago, and ever since then, I have made them for myself. They're so good. They get like completely scarfed down every single time I make them. So I don't bake them this close together, but I just kind of roll them and place them this close together at first. That one was a little bit big. But yeah, I usually spread them out a little bit more, but because there is an extra process here in just a few minutes, I just kind of get them all gathered up in one spot first. But what you'll do after you roll these into balls, before you actually bake them, is you roll them around in some sugar. They get a nice little sugar coating, which makes them so good. And then there's also another little thing that you do when you bake them. So I will keep that as a surprise here shortly. I have talked about these cookies on my website, or on my blog, good grief, on my YouTube channel before. So you probably already know what goes on top of these. If not, I'll go ahead and spill the beans. You put Hershey Kisses on top of them. Yes. But you have to bake them first for a little bit, and then you pull them out of the oven and put the Kisses on top. And then you bake them just a couple more minutes longer. So yeah, very, very cool. Scoop and roll, scoop and roll, scoop and roll. So, tell me, have you made these cookies before? So, the cool thing about this video is it's a premiere, which means I get to chat. This has been pre-recorded, however, when you're watching it, it has been pre-recorded. But the cool thing with premieres is that you can live chat while the video is playing. So let me know in the comments below. Have you made these cookies before? Have you had some similar to them? You know, I'd like to know. So I'm going to scoot this tray out of the way. I still have some dough left. I have quite a bit left in the mixing bowl here. So I'm just going to scoot these out of the way. Put another tray down here and continue rolling. Have this little, it's a pizza tray, but I will use it as well to roll and lay these on. So I'm not going to worry with greasing the pan or anything like that. So, but yeah, that little cookie scoop thing makes it super handy so that you're not having to dig a ton of dough out by hand. But before I got a cookie scoop, like the one I'm using now, I just used a spoon, you know, just like a regular teaspoon, and scooped them out that way. But this little scooper is pretty awesome. I use it when I make peanut butter balls too. Super handy. I think I got it from Walmart. It wasn't very much. Yeah, it says Farberware on the side of it. I didn't think it was like Pampered Chef or anything like that. So I'll have to count and see how many this makes. Getting to the end here. I might have enough for one more. Let's see. Nah, maybe not. I have some dough that's stuck to the inside. Yeah, that'll make a teeny tiny one. It'll make a baby one. But that's okay. All right, so I'm going to set this in the sink. Sink. Next, I'm going to wash my hands and get the sugar in a bowl to roll it. So, give me just a sec. Okay, and we're back. So, I have my bowl of sugar here. Another Cool Whip bowl. Whoopsie. So, what we do is we just take a bowl, drop it in there, shake it around. Usually I'll just cover it like this, roll it around a little bit till it's nice and coated. Oops, you can't even see what I'm doing. Roll it around till it's nice and coated, and then lay it back on the cookie sheet. So I took some of the cookies off of the cookie sheet just to give myself a little bit more room to lay these back down before I bake them. You want to give them a little bit of room so that they have room to spread a little bit, but they're not going to spread very much. Okay, now I'm going to put these into the oven and start unwrapping some Hershey Kisses. Okay, so the first pan, the big pan of cookies, is in the bowl or in the oven baking. Now I have this big bag of Hershey Kisses, and I counted 34 cookies that I rolled out. So I'm gonna try to do that many kisses. 33, 34. Okay. So now I have to take all these wrappers off. So this is a little bit cumbersome part of the job. This would be a good job for you to give one of the kids, unless, of course, that kid will eat them as they open them. Then you're like, thanks a lot. Throw all these Kisses wrappers away. Okay, so that is done. Now the cookies are getting ready to come out of the oven. Yeah. Let me see. I need to grab a trivet to set this cookie pan on. Just set that right there. Grab my oven mitt. Poppy, what are you into? Oh, yeah. I'm just going to give them another minute because they're still a little bit light in color. So I'll be right back. Okay, and they're out of the oven now. They're nice and crackled on top. Some of them are touching, like these two here, a couple up there. But, you know, for the most part, they're really good. So I'm going to take these Kisses and just start putting them into the center of the cookies, okay? So what you want to do is, here, let me do one here so you can see better. You just put it in the middle and just kind of press down until it's sitting in there nice and snug. Sometimes they'll like crackle around the edges, and that's fine too. Perfectly fine. But that's what you do. And then after I get these all kissed up, then I will stick them back into the oven for another minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. And OMG, they are so good. They're pretty too. But if you use the miniature Reese cups, you would basically just do the same thing. Just kind of set it right down in the middle until it kind of like is nice and hugged up around it. You know what I mean? The cookie is all hugged up around the Kiss or the Reese cup. Oh, Jolie Mae is getting up from her nap. I hear her in there. She's like, Mom, I smell cookies. I think Poppy went and told her, hey, Poppy, or Jolie, get up. Mommy made her cookies with Kisses on them. Okay, so I'm going to stick these back in the oven for another minute or minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that, just until, you know, the Kisses have a little bit of a melty on the top. Set my timer for 2 minutes. And I'll just watch it. Okay? Okay, guys. And we're back. They're out of the oven. I got my little handy dandy flipper. It says, be a good cookie. Oh, but I got it, and I like to take these and put them straight onto a plate off of the pan when they come out of the oven, so that they like cool off quicker, I guess. If you leave them on the pan, it's fine, but they will continue to, you know, because that pan's still nice and warm. So you kind of want to get them off onto a cooling rack or something. And let me get this out of the way. Ooh, it's still nice and hot. Poppy, where are you? Let me move this out of the way. So I will show you, I will break one of these lovely ones open so you can see how yummy they are. They're nice and yummy. They're like crunchy around the edges and soft in the middle. So I'm gonna finish taking the rest of the cookies off, get the other batch that's in the oven done. But that's it. I just wanted to share this fun little cookie with you. Like I said before, I'm gonna put the link to the cookie recipe in the description box below. Make sure to click that if you want the recipe. Super easy, super yummy. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on over to my regular whip and chat. Okay, now cookie time is officially over and I have stuffed my face. I came in here to sit down and do the rest of my whip and chat video. So I've got a square here that I'm going to work on, but just know that I ate several cookies, and I'm not even ashamed. Okay, so let's get started on this. I'm loving this canvas. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. I saved the best part for last, the truck and the tree. So, any hoosers, I'm going to work on this capital T, which is number 16. La, 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 la. So, I wish that I could play some, like, Christmas music in the background, but I'm afraid that, like, YouTube would, like, fire me. Not that I work for YouTube, but, you know, I would be afraid that they would, like, kick my video out and not allow it to be played. So I figured it would be better that I did not do that. T. Okay. But anyway, yeah. Christmas time has always been like a favorite time for me. Ever since I was little bitty, I've always loved Christmas. We always had, like, growing up in a big family, Christmas just has always been pretty special. And I can hear Poppy. She's in there and into something. I don't know what she's into. I better go check in case she's into the cookies. Okay, and I'm back. So, anyway, growing up with a big family at Christmas time was always pretty awesome because my niece and nephew are close to the same age as me, and we were always together. So we were a lot like brothers and sisters growing up, and that was pretty awesome because whenever I was, you know, the next sister closest to me in age is still 10 years older than me, you know, and so it was good to have someone. Did I put that on the wrong? Nope, I didn't. Just making sure I didn't put those on the wrong symbol. With my nephews and nieces, it was like, you know, closer to age siblings that I could play with and, you know, that kind of thing. So they would usually, when I was like, when we were young, I remember a lot of years that they would just like stay all night with us and have Christmas, like we would all have Christmas together, like Christmas morning. And so that was always pretty cool. You know, I liked that because it was just different, you know. And, you know, you always kind of miss that whenever you get bigger. Isn't it true, though, that we always, like, I don't know about you all, but whenever I, you know, started growing up and then, like, the whole, like, thought of Santa, you know, I guess I'll say right now, if you have little ears in the room, maybe put headphones in, because I don't want to give up any of Santa's secrets. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't want to do that because Santa would be very upset with me and I might not get what I want next year for Christmas. Oh my God. So I'm assuming everyone has headphones in or has turned the volume way down so that little children cannot hear. But yeah, okay. So, spoiler alert. I think I was probably 9 when my mom and dad told me that, you know, I can't even hardly bring myself to say it, that Santa wasn't, you know, all he was cracked up to be. And I remember my dad was like, yeah, you know, Santa isn't real and blah, blah, blah. And I remember being like, I gasped. I was like, what? And I remember being like, you're lying. Telling my dad, basically calling my dad a liar because he told me Santa wasn't real, you know. I'm like, I don't know who you think you are, but you're not going to tell me that Santa Claus ain't real. And these drills are not coming off of this. There's this, I just put new Aleene's Instant Tacky in my multi-placer and it's super tacky. Give me just a second to... But yeah, so I like jumped on my dad. I'm like, I don't know who you think you are, but I don't believe you. And then, you know, it's like, I don't remember if I asked if Santa was real or not. Or if they just like came out and told me. You know what I mean? I don't remember. It's been too long, peoples. But, like, in my mind, I'm thinking that, you know, I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't want to take that away from kids too early. And so I think maybe when they start, like, really questioning or letting them, like, believe it on their own first before they, you know what I mean? Because Christmas is such a, like, magical time for kids. And so I just kind of, I don't know, get all nostalgic thinking about Santa. And I remember my dad, he worked for Cummins Engine Company. I don't know if you know who or what that is, but Cummins Engine Company is a very popular engine brand, manufacturer, whatever you want to call them. But he worked for Cummins for, I mean, I think about all my life. He retired from Cummins. He was a electrical engineer or whatever, I think, for them. But not positive exactly, but he worked there for a lot of years. And 1 year, maybe 2 or 3 years, I can't really remember for sure, but I remember I got a letter, okay? And come to find out, again, make sure your children are not listening. Making sure there's no more symbols, giving you time to get the kiddos out of the room or turn your volume down. I'm scared to death I'm like going to give something away. Uh-oh. Jolie is getting very mad right now. I'm going to have to go get her. She's in there in her, in the other living room. And she was playing in there, and usually the baby gate gets stuck and she can't get in or out. So I will go get her out and I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So, now that I'm back, as I was saying before, I had sent, you know, my letter to Santa, and grabbing this upside down tea, 25. I had written my letter to Santa, and then one day, I don't know, maybe a week later or a week and a half later, something like that, I got a letter in the mail. And it was from the North Pole. And it was a scroll, like it was rolled up into like a scroll. Pretty fancy handwriting, I remember, you know, and it had like a Santa stamp on it and all kinds of really cute stuff, you know. And it just looked super official, you know what I'm saying? Like, super official. And the letter was like, "Dear Jenny, thank you for being such a good girl this year, blah, 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 blah. I know that you want this, this, and this. This is what you have asked for Christmas." And it said stuff on there like what they were doing at the North Pole, what the reindeer were up to. It was super cool, okay? Oh my God, I was like, thought that I was hot stuff because I got a letter from Santa Claus. And yeah. Well, then years later, you know, when I was bigger, older, whatever, Mom and Dad had told me that the letter had indeed, I don't know what the thump was, Jolie and Poppy are playing, but they had told me that the letter had indeed come from my dad's work. So apparently they had did a little cool thing where they, like, you could take the kids, like, Christmas letter that they wrote to Santa and use that to create the letter from Santa back to you, you know, so that it talks about what you asked for, that kind of thing. It was really cool. And I don't know if there are other places that do that. I'm sure there are now, but this was back when I was a kid, you know. I just thought it was the coolest thing on earth. I wonder if I still have that. I don't think that I've seen it anywhere, but it could be put up in some of my mom's, like, odd and end stuff, you know, like pictures and whatever. But yeah, very, very cool. I'm looking for another upside down tea, and I do not see one. So I'll empty this back. Jolie takes a bite of her animal cracker. Well, wait a minute, sister. You can't be bossy now. Do you want another animal cracker? Miss Impatient person, you. Here you go. Nummy, nummy. Why is it they want to shove the entire thing in their mouth? She usually does really good. Like, she usually, you know, is pretty good at not shoving the entire thing in her mouth, but for whatever reason, she decided to. Now, kids wear me out, man. But she wants to, like, take a bite and then throw the rest of it to Poppy. So, she's good at sharing, that's for sure. And I have dog hair in my tray. But yeah, anyway, she wants to take a bite of whatever it is she's eating and then throw the rest of it to Poppy. And then she'll get another bite. Throw that to Poppy. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Number 6, double check, is the plus sign. But Christmas. See, now I forgot what I was talking about Christmas. Oh, I think I was talking about the letter. Yeah, which was super cool. Very cool. And I always remember too. Here, you want another one? You want this one? There it is. You want it? There. The other thing that they used to always do is in our local newspaper. We have a newspaper that would come every week. They don't have it anymore. You can still get it, but I think you can only get like a digital copy of it or something, which is weird. But anyway, it was just a local newspaper, and everybody would get it. You know, they would just like deliver them to your mailbox every week. I think it came out on Wednesdays or something like that. But whenever we would write letters to Santa Claus at school, like I remember when we were in school, we would write letters to Santa Claus, and they would always be put into the newspaper. That was cool. And I remember my mom or my grandma would like look for it and find it, and they would clip it out of the newspaper, you know, and hang on to it. Super cute. And then the older I got, then my nephews and nieces, when they started coming along, I would do the same thing. I would look for their little names and see what they wanted, you know, what they asked Santa for. Always so sweet. Those are such sweet things. But yeah, we don't really have any like, the only time, like when I was growing up, the only time that I ever got to like open anything on Christmas Eve, like I know a lot of people would always get to open up like one gift on Christmas Eve. And I don't remember us ever doing that when I was growing up, except for when my papa, my grandma and papa would come over, and then when they would come over, we would get to open that gift. Which I don't know why they did that, because we always went to their house for Christmas too, like later. But must have been just whenever they wanted us to have whatever it was that we were opening up. And if I remember correctly, it was pajamas. And so, you know, that's kind of something that we started whenever Dale and I got married with Eli when he was little, was we let him open up one gift the night before Christmas, on Christmas Eve. And it would always be a set of pajamas. And then we would let him get dressed into those pajamas and then read, you know, the night before Christmas story before he went to bed. And so that's a tradition that I think I want to continue doing, even though he's older, that I want to do with the baby now, you know. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Be sure and tell me in the comments so we can chat about it while I'm in the comment section too for the live chat, what sort of Christmas traditions you have. I always am interested to hear what other people are doing. I think it's cool because a lot of people have a lot of different ideas, you know. Another thing that I've done for a long time is turn on the movie A Christmas Story and watch that, or at least have it playing in the background while I'm finishing up wrapping last minute Christmas items or helping Santa get ready to put things under the tree or in the stockings, you know. So, let me know what sort of traditions you guys have. So I guess that it's about time for me to skedaddle myself. These Christmas premieres are supposed to be, you know, right at about an hour, give or take a minute or two. So anyway, thank you guys for joining. I hope that you've enjoyed all of the Christmas premieres that you've been watching. Thanks again to Pippa Brown for collaborating and getting all of this, you know, put together. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So make sure to give the video a thumbs up before you head out the door. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, ding, 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 to get notified the next time I upload another video. And until the next time we chat, I will see you guys later. Merry Christmas! Bye!